Good evening, everyone. Last time we looked at a program called Microsoft Office Word. Particularly, we looked at the steps taken while opening Microsoft Office Word 2010. And here were the steps. We clicked on Start, All Programs, Microsoft Office, and we checked around here in this list, and we ended up clicking on the one called Microsoft Office Word 2010. Hoping each and every one is still remembering those steps. Now today, we are going to learn on how to save our documents in Microsoft Office Word 2010. And here we go. The question is, what is saving? The question is, what is saving? It is the process of storing information in a computer. It is the process of storing information in a computer. It's a good idea to save your document as soon as you create it. It's really a good idea to save your document as soon as you create it. And then after, keep on storing the changes while typing your document. Saving your document at first help you not to lose your work in case of a computer malfunction or a program crash. What do we mean by saying computer malfunction? Any abnormal functioning of a computer is a malfunction. In that I mean, you might be using a computer and from nowhere a computer stops working normally. And that's what we call a computer malfunction. Are we together? Let us proceed. This program we are handling, called Microsoft Word, offers two ways to save a file, and that is Save As and Save. Let me explain these two terms. Save As is a saving process which involves choosing a location and giving your document a file name. I have said that Save As is a saving process which involves choosing a location and giving your document a file name. We shall be seeing more about this when dealing with the practical part of it. In there we shall be able to see what we call allocation, and we shall be able to see what we call a file name. A brief explanation about that. Location simply means a place within a computer where we save or where we store our documents or files. And the file name is a name given to your document. Understood? Now, this means that Save As option helps us to change the location and the file name of an already existing file or document. I've said that Save As is a saving process which involves choosing a location and giving your document a file name. And it is done at first. As soon as you open a program, you carry out what you call Save As process. And it is this very Save As option that helps you to change the location and the file name of an already existing file. Let us go to what you call save. Save, for it is a process, or it is a saving process which enables a computer user like you continuously store changes in the already saved document or file. Let us take an example. Assuming I've given you a work before, to type it and save it as your names on desktop. Probably the name I've used while saving is Ronald. After saving, of course you will start typing text. As you are typing, that text you are typing in is not known by the computer at that time. Not until you go to the option of save that helps you to store the changes you are making in the file you saved before called Ronald. Have you got me well now? However, the person who designed this program called Microsoft Office Word knew that there are some computer users who are reluctant, that at times they forget to go on saving changes. So he went ahead, or she went ahead, to put in a command called autosave, that if at all this program crashes when you are in the process of typing your text, when you open it again, it will try to help you to save at least a few of the text you have typed. Isn't that good? So this autosave command helps one that forgot to save continuously the changes has been making, so that it doesn't lose the entire document. Right? Let us continue with the steps on how to save a document. And here they are. The first step we shall look at is to go onto the ribbon of Microsoft Office Word and click on the word called File. In there, we shall check for the word Save As. Then after, we choose a location of our choice. And mind you, there are many locations where we can save our files or documents. There is one called Documents, another one can save on desktop, on a flash disk, on a CD, and many others. After choosing a location, then you'll go ahead to type in the file name. The name you feel like giving to your document is what you call a file name. Then after, you click on Save. Now, that process, all those steps you are seeing, are done at first. As soon as you open the program called the Microsoft Office Word, you go straight out onto File, click on Save As. Why are we clicking on Save As? We are in need of looking for the location. We are in need of choosing a location where to save our document and giving our document a file name. After saving, then you start typing your text. Note this. Remember, wherever you are typing, the computer doesn't know what you are typing at that particular moment. That means, for whatever you type in, you must take an extra mile to remind the computer of the changes you are making in the file you have just saved. So which means you'll be typing at the same time, saving the changes using what you call the save command, as we are going to see in the practical session. This takes us to the practical part, whereby I would like each and everyone to be attentive. Let us observe how saving is done in Microsoft Office Word 2010 practically. And here we go. Whoever feels like typing a particular document, of course, feels like using it in future. And that's why when you open the program, to start up typing our document, we go ahead to think on how to save our document. And remember, we have just said that don't type in anything before carrying out what you call the saving process. And in here, we are going to click, check around the ribbon, go on to what you call File. Are you seeing it? Click on it. These are the two ways we have been talking about: save and save as. And we said we are to use save as at the first time of saving. Like here, we have just opened this program, which means we are going to use save as. Why? We are aiming at choosing a location where to keep our document or our file, and giving our document a file name. Now, along this area is where we find locations. As I scroll downwards, I'll be able to see more and more examples of locations where we can save our documents. One is here. Actually, I've already talked about it, desktop. Another one is my documents. We can keep our files on a phone, on local disk D, and many other. So for us, we are going to focus on a location called desktop for today. So we click on the location, and for us we have chosen desktop. Click on it, and when you click on it, it will come up here. Observe, before it has been in documents, and you can see up here there is documents. And when you click on desktop, still that word desktop will come up here. It means seeing the word or the name of the location up here, it means the one you have chosen. So for us, we are going to choose on desktop, and that's why we have clicked on it. After clicking on it and seeing it up here, you go ahead to come onto this area called file name. Click inside this box in front of the word file name. Here, click there using your left mouse button. When you click there, the text there will be highlighted with a blue color, meaning that you are free to type in the file name of your choice. Maybe, let me remove this, let me erase this using my backspace key and type in a new file name, maybe Kajubi. After typing in the file name, you tap on this area called save. After clicking on it, as you check around here, you can easily see that the document of ours has been given a name, and that is Kajubi. Understood? After seeing the file name up here, it means now you are free to start typing your document. Are we together? And here you start. Maybe I wanted to type the steps taken while opening Microsoft Word 2010. As I'm typing, I should put this in my mind, that before typing this statement here, the page was empty, meaning that I saved my work as Kajubi when the page was empty. That's what the computer knows, because by the time you saved, the page was empty, and now you have added a particular text there. I have got to remind the computer of these changes I've made in this page. or in this document? By going back to File and then go to Save, because we said save is a continuous saving process used in case of storing changes made in an already saved work. So it means as you type, maybe click on start, you have got to go back and remind the computer that I've added something, please save it for me. I can either come here on File, Save, or I can use this shortcut. I think everyone can see it. Others use a command called Control S. You place the Control key on your keyboard, you hold, then you tap or you place key having letter S while holding the Control key, and in that you are storing changes. Okay, so which means you have got to type while storing changes. Okay, let me close and we go to the activity. That is the activity you're going to do for me. You are going to open Microsoft Office Word 2010. You try to save your document as your names in bracket activity 1 on allocation called desktop, and below is the text you want to type. Do it, try it. Nice time.